Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have this sultry, sexy look for you. I feel it's perfect for the nighttime, going out with bae or girls night. So keep watching. I am going to explain everything that I'm doing so you guys can get this look as well. So I'm starting off with my eyebrows done, and I am priming my eyelids, and I'm using the NYX eyeshadow base, and it's in the skin tone color, so it's not white, but it's a lot lighter than my skin tone, and that's just gonna bring out the inner portion of the eyelid because we're gonna have that shimmery eyeshadow later on. And I'm just putting that on the inner portion, not really on the outer portion, and then blending it out. And also I have that tape on because that's going to give me the sharp wing look, but without eyeliner. That's going to keep a nice crisp line on the outside. So I'm putting this color, it'll be listed below. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm putting that matte color all over the inner portion and the middle portion of my eyelid. I'm just patting it on, just trying to get like a base down, and I'm putting that on my eyelids. And then next, in the Greed palette from Wet n Wild, I'm using that matte black eyeshadow, and I'm mapping out my wing. Ooh, that was kind of loud. My wing. I am using an angled brush, and I'm doing it right where the tape is, because the tape is kind of like the thing that's gonna keep it clean, and I'm mapping out my wing with the eyeshadow. And then in my Tartelette and Bloom palette, I'm using these three matte shades, a really dark charcoal, a dark brown, and a dark burgundy, and I'm just going to be putting that on the outer portion of my lid, following that wing I kind of mapped out with the black eyeshadow earlier. And what I'm doing, I'm going to be going over that portion and blending it up so it's diffused, so you don't see any hard lines. I'm going to be going back and forth with those colors in that area, and then using a bigger brush to blend it out. Adding more color. Sorry, I went out of frame. Adding more color, and then blending. And that's the key to this eyeshadow look. You really have to blend, blend, blend. And so I kind of have the wing mapped out. You can't really see, but it comes together, trust me. And then I'm using even a bigger blendy brush just to blend out the darker outer portion of the eye, the smoked out wing. Next, I'm taking the shimmery colors, my favorite color, Sidecar from Wet n Wild. I wet the brush, and I am patting it onto my eyelid, but the inner portion of my eyelid. And I'm not going to cover all the work I did with the dark colors creating that smoked out wing. I am putting it on the inner portion of my eyelid, but then, excuse me, kind of at an angle, as you see, going above where the dark shadow is not. I'm kind of angling it, and then I'm taking another brush just to blend, because the key to really pulling this look off, I feel, is really blending. I'm blending some more, but putting back color where you might have blended away a little too much, because you still want to see all of the work that you've done with the different colors, but you want to blend so it's seamless. Then I'm putting on my brow bone highlight, which is Flower Child from the Tartelette and Bloom palette. I'm putting that on my brow bone, and I concentrate it at the arch of my brow, and then I just blend it down in both directions. And then I take my big fluffy brush and just blend. And now when I take the tape away, you can really see the sharp line that the tape helps you create. And I really liked doing this look. Next, with the matte colors that I used to create that smoked out wing, I'm just putting that on the bottom lash line, just to smoke out the bottom lash line a little bit, because it is a night look. And then I am putting on my fabulous Faux Mink Princess lashes. This is probably the fifth or sixth time I'm wearing them. They last a long time, and they're just fabulous. And now I'm going to go on to the face. I color corrected under my eyes and around my mouth with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange. and I have a whole video about that I can link. And then I'm going onto my foundation, my Matte and Poreless Fit Me in 340 Cappuccino, and I'm going to dot that all over my face. And then once I have it all over my face, I'm going to blend it out with a Real Techniques beauty sponge, and it's damp. Make sure that it's damp. I've heard of some people using it dry because they didn't know to use it damp. It works much better if you wet it. It shouldn't be dripping wet, but you should wet it under a running faucet and then squeeze out the excess so it's not dripping, and that will really blend out your foundation or whatever cream product you're using really nicely. And now that I'm kind of like further away from the camera when I'm doing my face, there are parts of the video where like the color is off, like I look blue or gray. So I don't know, I'm learning more about my camera, so I'll fix that. I'm just using the color Fawn and the Better Skin concealer, and that's what I'm going to use to highlight. I'm using medium deep and Better Skin, and then I have it in the areas I usually highlight in. I've shown this like in almost every video, that's why I skipped over me applying it, but I'm just using my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I want to say beauty blender, but it's not. My Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend it all out. And see, the color's off a little bit again. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Next I'm gonna contour with that foundation you guys just saw. I had did this once before and I really liked it, so I wanted to do it again and film it for you guys. I'm just using a foundation that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. I have the Anastasia dark cream contour kit, but I just wanted to try something a little bit different, so I'm applying that foundation in the areas I would usually contour, and then I'm just gonna blend it out. And I like the way it blended out really nicely. I think because it's creamier and a lot more movable, but it still stays in place and has that good amount of like pigment and coverage. And then I'm just going back with my beauty blender to blend it so it's seamless. And then I am baking. I mixed the Coty Airspun setting powder and the what is that? The Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I mixed those two, and that's what I'm using to set. I'm setting all the areas where I highlighted, and then I'm gonna go in, and since I want to be extra, I'm going to highlight under my contour. I don't do this every day. I don't do it in every makeup tutorial, but I want it to be extra today. So I am setting under my contour, which will bring out my contour and intensify it a little bit more. And then I am going in to contour with the usual Black Radiance contour kit in all of the areas where I put the dark foundation. And I'm just blending, applying it, really getting that contour to slim and shape my face. I really like doing that. And I'm going back with the setting powder just to bring my contour up a little bit because it was a little bit too low, and I don't want to make my face look wider. I want my cheekbones higher, so it slims it. So I brought that up a little bit higher as I'm showing you. And then I am just blending it all away. I think this is really important, and especially when you go back and take pictures with flash, to make sure any powders, any baking powders, that really sounds like cooking, baking powders, any powder that maybe you set your makeup with or bake with, that it is really brushed away, or else you'll look kind of washed away, or it won't look seamless and flawless. So really take your time to brush away and blend out any powders that you apply on your face, and do it really well, so your makeup looks flawless in flash and with no flash. And now, since I have all that powder and I've been caked up, I'm going to douse my face in this before I finish. I douse my face in that setting powder, and while it's still wet, I know I've said this in a video before, that's how I apply my highlight. It is the Laura Gellar Portofino highlighter with my fan brush in all those areas. And I am highlighting on my forehead. I never did that before, but I saw Olivia Oshry do that, so I wanted to try it and I liked it. Here I am showing you the colors that I'm using. I'm using both Joradana lip liners. I thought they were in focus, but they weren't. But Coco Loco and Plush Plum were the two colors, a brown and a dark reddish. I lined my lips, and then I was just showing you a little bit more because I was out of frame when I did it earlier. But I just lined my lips and I slightly overline them, and then I do the cut in the middle to kind of contour, and it makes the lips appear a little bit fuller. And then I'm going in with my two lip colors, Diva and Ruby Roo by MAC. Don't mind my nails, I'm gonna get them done. And I am applying Diva on the outer portion, and then I'm going to apply Ruby Roo in the center to kind of give that ombre-ish effect. So I'm applying Diva on the outer portion because it's a little bit darker, and Ruby Roo is just the classic bright red, and I'm applying that in the center. And I'm going to mesh it all together, and that is pretty much my look. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, commenting, liking, subscribing. I really truly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want the next video to be, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.